Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dave Darling, and should we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? Where, you know, happy Christmas Eve, I suppose, to you all. Or happy holidays if you don't celebrate it, in which case I suppose it's just an ordinary day for you. Yeah, but I don't really know what to talk about, you know, it's a sort of holiday season. I've cooked or I'm planning on cooking a beef Wellington. I just got done like preparing most of it. I just haven't wrapped up in the puff pastry yet, but it's all done, like all the mushroom stuff, the parma ham, you know, the actual beef what's the word, fillet itself, wrapped up in the fridge, waiting for about half an hour, and then I'll wrap it up in puff pastry. But happy toy day, everyone! I'm so glad I get to celebrate this day with you. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 2:03 PM on Sunday, December 24th, 2023. Sorry about that little bit of a pause, but yeah, as I was saying, it's Christmas Eve today. Hold on a sec. Holding on. I guess that's something from Nintendo? I don't know what that hold on a sec is. Normally, I thought that was if things were syncing up with online. But anyway, yes, it's Christmas Eve, so, you know, happy holidays and all that. If I didn't really say that, honestly, I don't remember. But it's sort of the afternoon, you know, because I was spending this morning preparing for my Christmas meal. I made I'm planning to make a beef Wellington. It's all basically ready. It's wrapped up in the pastry. The only thing left to do is actually cook it, which won't be for a little bit. And I made a cake. I made a gingerbread baked cheesecake, which excuse me. I don't know how good it's necessarily going to be. Oh, Jingle. Wait, aren't you meant to? You forgot wrapping paper. Oh, okay, yes. Can we help you? I don't really remember what we're meant to do with this. And are we meant to deliver things? I don't know. We already done it the previous years. I don't think we need to do it again. Sorry, Jingle. You're gonna have to find your help from the other Fawnhollow residents. Yes. I made a baked cheesecake, a gingerbread cheesecake. I don't know if it'll be any good. I'm a little bit worried it got a bit burnt when I was baking it in the oven, because it took like forever to like, because you're meant to bake it for like an hour, like 50 minutes to 55 minutes at least, according to the recipe I was using, and you're meant to stop baking, I suppose, when it stops like jiggling in the middle, and it kept like jiggling, not like a huge amount or anything, but enough for me to be like, I'm not sure if this is cooked. Which does make it a little bit difficult to check, I think. Sorry, this video will probably be quite stop-start as the case may be. I probably should have pre-recorded it, but honestly, I just didn't have any time to like pre-record any of my videos today and tomorrow, so they might be incredibly short. In fact, I'm going to tell you now, they're going to be like 15 minutes long, probably. Just to give myself a little bit of leeway, maybe even shorter, I don't know. It is a holiday season, so I forgot what I was going to say. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I made a beef Wellington, which is something I have made before. It's not the first time I made it. I think it has a bit of an unfair reputation for being incredibly difficult to make. I don't think it's honestly that crazy difficult to make. I mean, I tell you right now, it's basically, I just took like Gordon Ramsay's recipe and I spliced on some other things I saw from other recipes here and there. But you just take a beef fillet, you know, sear it in the pan all over, just so, you know, it's all brown, and I guess it locks in the flavours or something. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, you immediately brush it all over with mustard, and then what you do is you mince mushrooms. If I had a food processor, I would use a food processor. I don't, so I had to manually chop them with some assistance, which is very difficult. Chop like 500 to 700 grams of mushrooms, kind of depends how big your fillet is, and then now, traditionally, you're meant to also, like, fry up, like, 2 pancake-like crepes, like, English pancakes, not, like, American pancakes, not the small, fluffy ones, but, like, the big sort of, crepe-esque looking ones, like spring onion-based ones or something. I can't remember. It's called, like, jembing, or just being tambing. No, tambing, that's it in Chinese. So it's something I'm pretty used to. But we don't do that because that is, one, it makes the beef Wellington, in my opinion, incredibly heavy. While it is more traditional, it's, like, I mean, I feel like beef Wellington is very indulgent enough. I think it's probably overkill, in my opinion, to also have a crepe in. But if you want it, then absolutely, because it does taste good. But then you chop a load of mushrooms, you chop a load of garlic, and then salt, pepper, dry into a pan until it cooks off all the moisture, and then you put down some cling film. I don't know if there's an alternative to cling film you can use. It does feel environmentally insensitive, to be honest. I remember my friend telling me about like reusable cling film ones that he bought for his mother, but I don't know if you can use that, to be honest. I've never seen it before, but I assume if you have anything of a similar-esque quality of material which you can wrap very tightly, that would work as well. But you lay down your Parma ham, spread with mushroom. I forgot what it's called. The actual mushroom, like, not paste thing, but mince that you create. It has a name, but I always forget. In my head, it starts with R, so it's like mushroom roux, but that doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Oh, beef Wellington recipe. BBC food. Please say me, what is it called? You can make a food processor, but don't make sure it doesn't become a slurry. Well, what's it called? Duxelles. That's it. There's not even an R in there. But you do that, spread it out, and then you like wrap it, put your beef in there and wrap it up really, really tight, refrigerate it for like half an hour to an hour, and then unwrap, wrap again in puff pastry, which you can make yourself if you want. I just bought pre-made ones, to be honest. Make sure it's airtight, I suppose, like nothing's going to spill out. And then, you know, wrap it up, leave it in the fridge again for whatever amount of time, and then when it comes time to cook it, you can get some egg yolk, brush it down, get the back of a knife, score it, some pretty patterns onto it or whatever, and just like cook it in the oven for, I don't remember how much. I think it's probably like 200 degrees Celsius for like 20 minutes. That sounds about right in my head, but yeah, okay. I mean, that's what this says. Oh, 180 for fan. I think I put 200 in my recipe, but I did put 200 in my recipe. I'm going to change that down to 180 fan, because you don't want to overcook it. It is nice when it's a little bit rare, I think, inside. And it's like super simple. No, not super simple. I think it's one of the most disproportionate, impressive looking things to actual like ease of cooking it. I guess the hardest part is probably, well, okay, there's two things which could be the hardest part. First one is mincing a load of mushrooms. Like 700 grams of mushrooms is ridiculous and takes forever. The alternative hard part is getting the cooking exactly right on the beef. And, you know, honestly, I probably don't nail it every single time. I probably, you know, I'm not that great at it. Can we try to, I don't know if you think it or if you don't. I'm not like that amazing a cook. I'm like fine as a chef. Like I will make food, you eat it and you'll be like, yeah, it's right. Or it's good. You wouldn't be like, this is Michelin star restaurant worthy. I say this all the time, I don't really have like a strong passion for food or anything. Doubly so when I was thinking of like more Christmassy dishes to make. I was just like scrolling through recipes and just being like, I'm not like super infused by any of these, and not in the sense where I'm just like, oh, these are gross. I'm like, I would eat any of these if given to me, but I'm just like, I don't I don't care enough about food, I suppose. I don't have enough passion for food in the first place to be like, oh yeah, that sounds like a recipe I want to try. I'm just like, these all sound like food. Which sort of became increasingly apparent, I suppose, the more recipes I scrolled through. I should get DaVinci Resolve open as well, because this is an episode which need to be stitched together, just like yesterday's episode as well, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to think too much about Nick missions. It's a holidays, you know. We'll do the basics and then we'll just sort of sit in the square, IMO, and chill out. What you're waiting for? Oh, I need to make a. I forgot. I need to make a thumbnail. Oh, for this. I did not think about that. What day are we on today, anyway? 1370. Wow. 1370. Sorry, I'm just doing this in the middle of Animal Crossing. It's a holidays. You can't blame me. Well, I mean, maybe you could blame me, but that seems a bit mean-spirited. Yeah, what was I going to say? What? I didn't type 1. Type 1 in there. There you go. Yeah, it's quite disproportionate, I think. Sorry, pause. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I think beef Wellington feels like a very disproportionate like amount of credit you receive, I suppose, for creating it compared to the actual effort which needs to go into making it. It's not that crazy difficult. I mean, I don't know. I don't think maybe I shouldn't speak until, you know, after this one's done to see if it's actually any good or not. But I feel like on most of the time it's pretty okay to like. It's not that crazy. You know, I feel like a roast like turkey is probably a lot harder. Like, yeah, and like when the main focus of it, the entire thing, is the meat itself. you know, it's a much more delicate balance to get right or wrong. I mean, also you might say it's really easy to just get like a meat thermometer, and I suppose you don't even need to worry about it. I don't know, to be honest, and I guess it just seems harder because I've never actually made like a full-on roast turkey before. Have I done a roast chicken? I have, like once, I think. I can't say I've done it very often. I don't really know where I was going with this, to be perfectly honest. Excuse me. Yeah, what was I going to say? Again, more stop-start. I can't really remember what I was talking about anymore. I guess this will just be titled Beef Wellington or something. I don't know. I mean, I just genuinely don't know what else to say about it. It's just like you sort of make it, that's it, you pop it in the oven. You can probably do stuff which is not beef Wellington, right? I feel like I've seen a mushroom Wellington before. I don't really know how that works though. Mushroom Wellington. I don't know if a Wellington is the key part of all of this. Like if Wellington is the actual way you cook. This mushroom Wellingtons look way different. I guess that makes sense. They have a different shape, you know, with like a portobello mushrooms in there. Honestly, probably looks fine. Probably tastes fine as well. Is what I mean. Puff pastry is just kind of like a really nice, delicious thing. And the duxelle is also super delicious. So like, no matter what the thing is, I think it would probably work. Vegetarian Wellington, butternut squash. Interesting. Cheese. That just sounds indulgent. Duxelle. Such a nice word. What does it actually mean though? Like what sort of method of preparation does this mean?
Duck sauce.
Duck sauce. Oh. Mushroom sauteed with onion, shallots, garlic and parsley. Oh, it's very specifically just for mushrooms. I thought it was just like a method of cooking. Notably beef Wellington. Is that actually British? First Duke of Wellington. I mean, it feels very British, but, you know, you can never be too sure, I suppose. Course main, serving temperature hot. I didn't know that was a thing on Wikipedia, but that's very funny. I'm just going to wrap this episode off here. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's a holiday season, you know. You lot go have a nice time with your holiday stuff, I suppose. Me, myself. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Sorry for being such a short one, but it's the holidays.